I think it kind of covers the area. You know, what happens when people start to fall in love? The first stage, I think, is attraction. And if you're lucky, you get to infatuation. And with any luck at all, you get to commitment. Attraction, infatuation, commitment. And those three stages, if they really exist outside my head, I think really point to things that are good to keep in mind to break this lack of trust, this sense of a blind date with science. Take attraction. It's interesting. Researchers studied attraction some time back, and they came up with these really interesting results. They said they found that attraction between two individuals meeting for the first time takes place with very little reference to the words that are spoken. 55% of the attraction is attributed to body language. 38% is attributed to the tone of voice and the speed or the rapidity of speech. And only 7% to the words that are spoken. So guys that are struggling to think of a good pickup line are wasting their time. You know, when you think about the body language, if you come out to give a talk and you hide behind a podium to start with, you've got this armament in front of you, and you're not exposing yourself to the people, already you're standing off, standing back from them. If you don't look them in the eye and find out how you're doing by looking at their face, if you look over their head, a lot of young graduate students have told us that they're so nervous, they deal with their nervousness by looking over the heads of the people. But it's an automatic excommunication, and we're not going to get anywhere with that. So if your body language is crummy to start with, you may have lost 55% of the audience before you said a word. And then, now you got 38% maybe you can get with your tone of voice. And it's interesting, that normal tone of voice that that woman had before she turned to the camera, that was engaging. And it wasn't just engaging me, it was engaging the audience at home watching on television. But when she turned to the camera, went into lecture mode, the tone became cold and formal, and it was hard to listen to, it was hard to follow. So and the rapidity of speech really is something interesting. I've noticed this a few times. If somebody's talking really fast, faster than you're listening in a way, you get this feeling that they're not really talking to you, but they're talking to something inside their head. And the rapidity of speech can sometimes give you a clue that you're not being related to, and that's off-putting.